code or call 270-896-5044 today. That's the McGregor Group Heating and Air. 8 minutes left before we kick this one off, Bob. We're going to talk about the defenses for both squads a little bit. Let's start out real quick with Edmonson County. They're coming in to tonight giving up, let's see, 1,600 yards, almost 1,700 yards on the season on the ground, a little over 1,000, almost 1,000 yards passing allowed against them, but they've allowed 284 points. So it's a defense that Caldwell County could have some easy pickings on if we do the things we need to do, if we block well, if we run the right routes. But one key thing, I think, is most of their defensive backs are starters on the offense. So after the course of the game, you get into that third quarter, fourth quarter, fatigue may become a factor in this one, as they have about 5 kids that play both ways, and most of those in the defensive backfield.
And that's what's going to play into our hands too, Dennis. All year long we've seen people that have played 3, 4 kids against us, the teams like Tillman and teams like that eventually did wear down, and Edmonson's not going to be any different. 5 to 6 kids may go both ways for them. So it's a situation where it is a cool night, no rain, a little sprinkled early before the kids got on the field for warm-ups, but nothing like it's going to be as we experienced on Tuesday or Wednesday and Thursday of this week. So what we've got to do is something that Coach Barnes told me after the interview tonight was that he had a meeting on Sunday last week with all the coaches in this area. Coach Morris told him that the best player on the field last Friday night was Gabe East. Gabe making 18 tackles, a pass interception, and a pass reception for a touchdown. And so we've got, and I asked him also, would Tate Van Hoosier play the outside backer position again, and they're going to move him around, and he will be at the outside backer position along with Cameron Baker at times, to spelling Ben Holt, who is out for the duration of the year. So we've got kids that we can put in there and plug in and all of that. And the other thing that I want to bring up is on the defensive side of the ball tonight, Trail Riley set an all-time career interception record last week with his 2 picks last week. He now has 15 for his career, surpassing D. Kane with 14 and Stuart Childress with 14. And Gabe East is on that list heading up the line. We still have to get an idea, but we know he has at least, with his interceptions this year, at least 11 picks on his career, and we don't know what he did last year interception-wise. So we've got guys that can play defense and can cover receivers, linebackers who can make tackles, and looking for a pretty good defensive front 3 to see some action tonight in the Edmonson County backfield.
Yeah, you look for East to play a big center field tonight for Caldwell County, and I kind of look for Trail Riley to be one-on-one with Stethan, just man-to-man tonight. That's their biggest receiver for Edmonson County tonight, so that's going to be a pretty good matchup. Stethan and Trail Riley tonight on the side for Edmonson and Caldwell both. They have the captains on the side of the field getting ready for this contest's coin toss, and this is a time each week, Bob. We've done this for about 4 years now, all 4 years in 3A. Since we've had the opportunity to do this, we have led a prayer at this time every week for the last 4 years. So we're going to take time to do that right now as they bring the captains out for the coin toss. Holy God, thank you for another Friday night. We ask that you protect each student that steps on the field tonight in any capacity, and we also ask that you bless the efforts of each student in ways that they never thought possible. And we ask all these things in Jesus' name.
And further, Lord, we ask courage and sportsmanship to the players, patience and understanding to the coaches, wisdom and knowledge to the officials, and peace to us all. We ask these things in your name. Amen.
Amen. Captains on the field, we'll bring you the winner of the coin toss. Coin toss, as always, is brought to you by Farless Realty. Farless Realty, are you ready to sell your home? Call Farless Realty today and let a realtor sell it for you. Ready to buy a home? Don't waste precious time. Farless Realty can help, and interest rates are still reasonably low. They'll work hard to find you a home that will fit you and your family, and more importantly, your budget. Contact Farless Realty at 270-365-5058 or stop by 323 South Jefferson Street in Princeton. Check out all their listings on Facebook and at farlessrealty.com.
Captains for the Tigers tonight are 4 seniors: number 20, Kyrese White; number 77, Drake McConnell; number 74 is Justin Morgan; and number 9 is Oliver Parker. So far, we've not seen the coin be flipped. It looks like Edmonson has won the toss, or looking at the coin now. We don't.
Yeah, I think they're showing the coins to the captains. Caldwell County, again, the heavy favorite. They're ranked number 5 in 3A. Edmonson County coming in at 4-6. Got by Adair County 21-20 earlier in the season to even earn a spot here in the playoffs. Adair County missed out by that 1-point loss, so they're the team in that district at home tonight, much like Fort Campbell in our district not making the playoffs.
Caldwell County has won the toss and will defer to the second half. So Edmonson County will get the kickoff when we are ready for action tonight. Caldwell County will be kicking from the road end of the field to the CAB building.
And the Wildcats will get that opening kickoff. That means Caldwell County's defense is going to be on the field first, Bob, and that's a team that even though we lost to Mayfield last week, we were in the game for a long time and actually held Mayfield to their lowest point production of the season at 31.
And also forced Mayfield into 5 first-half turnovers, which they only had 2 or 3 the whole year coming into last week's game. So the quarterback had only had 1 interception coming in, suffered 3 interceptions last week. So defensively, we played well last week, and we hope to obviously be able to sustain that tonight and really take command of this game early.
I think the only thing that really hurts us defensively, of course, losing Ben Holt for the rest of the season with that injury back in the Fort Campbell game. That's going to be a blow. He was the 4th leading tackler on the squad, so they are going to miss Ben, but it's next man up, like we've said time and time again up here in the booth, next man up for Caldwell County on defense, and that's what we're looking for tonight.
And so far this year, we've been able to do that with Cameron Baker. Travion Samuel will be in that rotation and linebacker on some occasions tonight. Even Seth Slayton will be there as well.
Well, that's going to do it for us for the McGregor Group Heating and Air pregame show. We thank you for listening to that tonight. Thank the folks at McGregor Group Heating and Air. You can give them a call today for all of your heating and air needs, 270-896-5044. We're going to take a quick break, be right back to kick this one off. It's Caldwell County, Edmonson County coming your way as playoffs start tonight here at Tiger Stadium. So stay tuned. You're listening to Tiger Football on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
Morning, Al. Next stop, 32nd Street.
Welcome to McDonald's.
Hi, can I get an Egg McMuffin, please?
Here's to making your morning routine a little better with a delicious breakfast from
And we're back on Tiger Football, WPKY. Caldwell County getting set to kick off to Edmonson County. And Bob, I had an announcement I want to make real quick. Let me pull it up as they put just a little bit of time on the clock before we kick this one off. The 7th annual Veterans Breakfast at Donaldson Baptist Church is this Saturday, tomorrow morning, beginning at 9 a.m. The menu includes sausage, bacon, eggs, biscuits, coffee, juice, and all the fixings. All area veterans are invited to attend. That's at Donaldson Baptist Church tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. for the 7th annual Veterans Breakfast, and a great thing that they do down at Donaldson Baptist Church.
That's just about to make me hungry, Dennis. And 81 will kick off for the Tigers. That'll be Barrett Schultz.
And we are set to kick this one off. We'll put the chairs away, stand up, and get this one going. Schultz has it teed up at the 40. He puts this one in play. Short kick's going to be fielded at the 25-yard line by Edmonson County. Hit hard at the 30. He'll fall forward to the 32-yard line, and the Wildcats of Edmonson County will take over 1st and 10 from that point. Caldwell County, a big favorite coming into tonight. Not to look ahead too far, but if they win tonight, they will be at home again next week. There's a game going on tonight at, I think it's at LaRue County, where Union County plays LaRue County. The winner of that one will play the winner of this one.
And we understand from Coach Barnes that the Edmonson County team will not play fast, and their quarterback will probably go to the sidelines on just about every play to get the call in from the bench.
Quarterback is number 6, John Smith, a 6'1", 175-pound sophomore. He takes a snap out of an empty backfield, looks to the sideline. It bounces incomplete at the 30. Good coverage there by Caldwell County's Van Hoosier. And Bob Smith, as we said in the pregame, he's liable to run, he's liable to pass. You just never know what he's going to do. Leads the team in both categories.
And the receiver that time, Dennis, we want to comment, was wide open. We were giving him way too much cushion on that. He catches it. He probably has about five yards on that catch.
And, Bob, we found out from some of the kids that played for Edmonson County, one's hurt this year in our time up here in the booth before the game, they also dropped down to 2A next year. So an empty backfield with an extra tight end for Edmonson County, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. This time he goes right, complete and hit. Probably a loss on that play as Caldwell County stops that one quickly. Side judge marking this one at the 30. It looks like it could be a loss of about 2. So 3rd down and 12 coming up for Edmonson County. Great pursuit on that sideline led by Trell Riley.
Brings up 3rd and 12 for Edmonson County. One thing you don't want to do in this game if you're an underdog is get behind the chains early, and Edmonson County finds himself in that position right now.
Just underway here at Tiger Stadium. First quarter, just about a minute gone. First quarter, of course, brought to you by our friends at Cozy Living. This time Edmonson County is going to go with a back in the backfield, trip set to the left. Whistles will stop this one before it gets going. And it's going to be a delay of game against Edmonson County. That'll back them up 5 yards, 3rd and 17 coming up for the Wildcats. And Bob, I'll apologize to the listeners right off. I've battled a kind of a chest cold a better part of the week, so the voice is not as tip-top or feels a little bit rough tonight. I don't know if it's coming out that way, but we're going to battle through this one together.
It still sounds velvety to me, Dennis.
No, it's no Jim Nance. I know that right now. Triple set to the right. He's going to roll, looks back to the other side. Wide open on the far side, blown coverage. It's complete at the 35. He's across the 40, 50, and finally thrown out of bounds, but well inside Caldwell County territory. Bob, the receiver all by himself on that side.
We had no defensive player within 20 yards when he catches that ball, Dennis.
The trip set was actually to the left, but the single receiver to the right was just wide open, literally 10 yards between him and the nearest defender for Caldwell County. So a first down for Edmonson County all the way down to the Tiger 44-yard line.
That was a 31-yard pass completion that time, which got them out of a deep hole, 3rd and 17. Now they have it 1st and 10 in Tiger territory.
They're going with the same formation. Trip set to the left. Single receiver to the right. He drops back, gets some pressure. Now he's going to have to roll. Hit from behind, ball on the ground. He gets it back in, but it's going to be down back on the Edmonson County side of the 50.
Marked at the Edmonson 49, a loss of 7 yards.
Good job by Caldwell County to stay in pursuit. So ball back to the 49-yard line.
And that's the other thing we want to point out. Coach Barnes says when this kid scrambles, he's also looking to not only throw the ball, but to find a hole and run and pick up yardage that way. He does lead the team in rushing.
Wildcats in trip set to the right. They'll hand this one off right up the right side. Short gain on the play. Jonathan Hollis on the carry for Edmonson County.
Pickup of 2 yards on the play will bring up 3rd and 15 for the Wildcats.
Bob, a great job. As you mentioned a little bit earlier, East had a whale of a game against Mayfield last week. I think he had 18 tackles on the night. So a good job by him. He's floating in that center field spot. You can't just play the run or the pass on this team. They'll do a little bit of both, kind of a 60-40 split. Smith is going to roll. Got some pressure. He's going to be pulled down from behind.
Devin Kilgore, I think.
Devin Kilgore, I think, got the sack all the way back to the 45-yard line of Edmonson County.
And another loss of 3 yards for the Wildcat will make it a punting situation, 4th and 18 for the Wildcats.
After their one first down of that drive, they're going to have to kick this one away. Caldwell County is going to drop 2 players deep. He's going to make connection from his own 35, angles towards the sideline, takes the Edmonson County bounce, picked up at the 20. It's Trell Riley. He's going to try to bring it back to the middle. He's got a blocker out in front. He's up to the 30, 35, and steps out of bounds near the 40-yard line. Riley coming all the way across the field, goes out of bounds, and they'll spot it at the 37-yard line. So Caldwell County will take over 1st and 10 as Joby Jaggers will bring the offense out for the first time for Caldwell County. We're going to put it at the 38 officially, Bob. 1st and 10, Caldwell County with 8:14 left to go here in the first quarter. The Tigers get their first crack at it. 2 receivers each way. Oliver Parker, the nearest receiver to the bench side. Hollowell takes the handoff from the backfield. He's across the 40, lowers his head, and gets up to about the 44-yard line. So a nice pickup by De'Eric Hollowell. Hollowell, a 6', 161-pound junior. Jaggers has Hollowell and Riley in the backfield on this one. He's going to hand it off to Hollowell, lowers his head at the 50. Looks like he picks up the first down on the play. They will mark it right at midfield, and it's a first down, Caldwell County.
So far, 2 plays for the Tigers and 2 6-yard runs by De'Eric Hollowell.
Hollowell's much improved over early in the year, Bob. We talked about him running kind of an upright position early in the season. He's really lowering those shoulders now. Jaggers fakes it, drops back, passes, complete to Jameer Riley at the 50. He's got some room across the 40, tries to take it to the outside. He's up to the 30 and pushed out of bounds. No, he stays on his feet, stays in bounds, and gets it all the way up inside the 10.
Great run that time with Jameer. We thought he had stepped out of bounds as well, but the official obviously not stopping play over there, so Jameer pivots and turns and gets further upfield and down to the 7-yard line.
7-yard line. Y'all saw the yardage marker kicked out of bounds. May have been a tackler kicked a couple of yards out of bounds, but Caldwell County with a big run by Jameer Riley after the catch from Jaggers.
Brings up 1st and goal from the Tigers from the Edmonson 7-yard line.
Jaggers in the backfield. He's got it back on both sides, puts Hollowell in motion. He drops back, looks to the corner. Now he's going to come this way, wanting Parker. He's scrambling around trying to find an open receiver. Goes the other side. It's up and caught. Let's see if they signal touchdown. Touchdown, Caldwell County.
And
I think that is
that Trail?
We'll see coming over. I think it's De'Eric Hollowell with the reception. Jaggers did a nice job keeping that play alive. Scrambled around a little bit. Wanted Parker on the near sideline in the end zone. Parker well covered. He had to go back, switch field, and go back to the other side. Found De'Eric Hollowell at the side of the end zone on the left side and hit a strike. So it's going to be an extra point attempt coming up for the Tigers. Kick is up, and it is good. Barrett Schultz on the kick, so with 7:02 to go in the first quarter, Caldwell County draws first blood. It's the Tigers 7, the Wildcats nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Tiger Football on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
Over the last few months, I've listened to many of you express concerns for the community, and substance abuse is at the top of the list. It is affecting our families and our way of life. Having grown up in Western Kentucky and a mother of 3 children, I believe in core family values. I would apply the law with a perspective that is aligned with these principles. With 18 years experience practicing law, I am up for the job as your next district judge. I respectfully ask for your vote on November 6th.
Back to Tiger Football here.
WPKYonline.com. Tiger Sports coverage is brought to you in part by Taco John's, Caldwell Medical Center, Farmers Bank and Trust, Black Patch Grill, Goodwin Insurance, Dr. Carl Hinton, Jeff Russo Attorney, First Southern National Bank, Little Caesars Pizza, and by McGregor Group Heating and Cooling on 1580, 103.3 WPKY. the voice of the Caldwell.
Back to Tiger Stadium. Caldwell County kicks off. Edmonson County receives at the 25, gets it up to about the 30. And they'll have 1st and 10 with 6:51 to go here in the first quarter. That extra point was brought to you a little bit earlier by Taco John's of Princeton, a bold, unique take on Mexican food, featuring street tacos at 3 for $5. That's at Taco John's of Princeton. And Schultz converted that Taco John's extra point. Caldwell County up 7-0 over Edmonson County, who has it 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Quick work on for the Tigers. That was a 4-play, 62-yard drive, of which Trail just about broke the punt coming back.
And it's a trip set to the left. Smith is going to look left. He gets some pressure. Now he's going to have to scramble right. Being chased by Harrelson. Throws the ball up. Intercepted at the 45-yard line. I think that's Caleb Burden down the sideline. Hit and brought down near the 20. Caleb Burden with a big interception and about a 25-yard return has Caldwell County in business deep in Edmonson County territory. Mitchell Harrelson was closing in on the sack on Smith. Smith had to get rid of it, flung it up the field. I'm not sure if he was trying to get that ball out of bounds, Bob, or actually hit a receiver. I didn't see anybody in the area of Burden.
He was just trying to get rid of it, did. It's not
Burden,
out of bounds either.
Burden all alone and able to reel that one in easily. So we'll see. And it's going to come back on a hold against Caldwell County. So penalty is going to bring that interception and return back. I didn't see the flag come down on the field, Bob.
I didn't either. Oh, okay. So it is change of possession.
Okay. Change of possession. Here we go. It's a hold after. I thought defensive holding doesn't sound right on that. Caldwell County does have it, but all the way back at the 45. Jaggers has some pressure, and he's going to be thrown for a big loss back in Edmonson County territory. Edmonson got through that line very quickly. Jaggers is going to be thrown down all the way back to the Tiger 45-yard line. Second down and 20 coming up for Caldwell County. Jaggers really had nowhere to go with that one. He didn't even have a receiver much off the line of scrimmage by the time Edmonson County was in the backfield. So 2nd and long, he'll give the handoff. It's a cutback run up close to the 50-yard line. I think that's Jameer Riley on the carry. He'll pick up about 3 on the play up to the 48-yard line. Jaggers is going to send 2 receivers each side. Hollowell stays in the backfield to the right shoulder of Jaggers. Extra tight end for Caldwell County. Jaggers picks up the low snap, looks down the field. This time he's got time. Great protection. It's complete down at the 42-yard line of Edmonson County. Travis Newsom on the reception from Jaggers.
They're going to mark it at the 35, it looks like, Dennis.
And they gave him some, let's see, they gave him some run after the catch down to the 37. So 4th and short for Caldwell County.
Brings up 4th and 2 for the Tigers.
They're going to leave the offense on the field. They'll set up with a 2 tight end set. Handoff goes to Hollowell, picks his way through. He's clean into the backfield and brought down at the 26-yard line. 1st down run and plenty more by De'Eric Hollowell. Great hole on that side by Caldwell County over that left end. So 1st down Tigers as they get back down near where Caleb Burden returned the interception to before the penalty. Ball spotted at the 25-yard line for Caldwell County. 1st and 10. 2 receivers each side. They're going to put 1 in motion. Quick pitch comes this way near sideline. Gets around the end. That's number 11 for Caldwell County. He's going to go in to the end zone. Touchdown, Caldwell County.
And that looked like a handoff rather than a pitch. Number 11 is Trace Holden
with the Caldwell County touchdown.
We're going to call that a run, Dennis.
Holden takes it on just a little handoff from Jaggers, gets around the end, and Holden, if not the fastest Tiger, one of the fastest Tigers, gets around the end, finds the end zone from 25 yards out. Caldwell County up 13-0 with 4:48 to go. Another Taco John's extra point attempt comes up. This one's got the leg, and it is good. So with 4:48 to go in the first quarter, Caldwell County out in front, 14-0 over Edmonson County. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Tiger Football on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
103.3 WPKY and WPKYonline.com. Tiger Sports coverage is brought to you in part by Morgan's and Lakeland Funeral Home, Princeton Drugstore, Princeton Electric Plant Board, Trice Hughes, Trilogy Fitness, Woodall Agency, Rain Academy of Princeton, Community Medical Clinic, and by Audubell Hearing Center on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, the voice of the Caldwell County Tigers.
Back to Tiger Football here on WPKY. The Tigers scoring on the run by Trace Olden. Now Schultz has it teed up at the 40. Caldwell County quickly out in front, 14-0. Schultz, a little bit deeper kick's going to be fielded at the 17-yard line by Edmonson County. They'll take it up the right side. Still on his feet, wants to change position, but stepped out of bounds. Slid a little as he tried to plant and come back the other way. So the Wildcats will take over 1st and 10. Looks like from about their 29-yard line.
One thing, Dennis, we want to comment on, it looks like the footing out there is exceptionally well to have had as much rain as we've had this week.
Better than 4 inches of rain, but the field looks in great condition from our standpoint. Ball's going to be spotted at the 28 to start this drive for Edmonson County. So Smith will bring his team to the line, down 14-0 early to Caldwell County as they cashed in on the interception by Caleb Burden. Smith goes under center this time. 2 receivers to his left, 1 to the right. Quick handoff up the middle, not much there as Edmonson is stopped at about the 31-yard line. The kid did a good job keeping his feet going on that one. Picked up about 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Wildcats coming up. Good night for football here. Low 50s at game time, probably in the 40s as we go through this contest. Smith is going to come out. Play clock down to 6. Smith has 2 receivers to his left. Gets the handoff, goes up the middle. Not much there, a couple of yards at the most. So Caldwell County looking good with these runs up the middle.
Drew Davis on that tackle, pick up of 2 yards on the play.
3rd and 5 coming up for Edmonson County. Drew Davis has had a great season. He's been a little bit banged up. I think he's had the shoulder banged up a little bit at different times this season, but a great freshman season for Drew Davis.
Outstanding future for that young man.
Edmonson County comes up, 1 back in the backfield to Smith. They're going to hand it off, and he's going to get stopped for a loss. A host of Tigers hit him about the 30. He pushed back to the 31, but the loss on the play is going to be back to the 31. Mitchell Harrelson and several other Tigers in on that tackle for Caldwell County. That'll bring out the punt unit for Edmonson County.
Brings up 4th and 7 for the Wildcats, not willing to risk it this early in the game.
Kind of surprised that Edmonson went with the run. 3rd down and 5 on that one.
I'm shocked as well, Dennis.
Caldwell County drops 2 players back to their own 40-yard line. Kick is up, straight up in the air, coming down. Let's see if it takes a good bounce. Takes a Caldwell bounce, hits at the 45, bounces back up, and it's down at the 47-yard line. So Caldwell County will bring out the offense 1st and 10 from their own 47-yard line. Just over 2.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Several games going on around the area tonight. We'll try to track those down online and find you some scores to bring to you in just a little while. Especially want to try to find the Union County, LaRue County score here tonight. Jaggers met in the backfield again. He'll go down for his 2nd sack of the night, back inside his own 40-yard line. Looked like Joby was looking to pass to his right, turned back to check out the middle, and he was met by a couple of white jerseys. Ball's all the way back to the Caldwell 39-yard line, and Coach Barnes wants to take a timeout and talk about this one. We'll keep that right here, Bob, as we tell you that timeouts this season have been brought to you by Russo Law. Russo Law is located downtown Princeton and ready to serve all of your legal needs. Probably the only flaw so far for the offense, Bob, is a couple of big sacks against Joby Jaggers. This one's going to push the Tigers back to their own 39.
And that play developed really, really nice, and all of a sudden there was nobody open here on the right side as he was looking for to start with, and still it took about 4 seconds for the Edmonson rushers to get back there. So Joby not electing to throw the ball out of bounds over on this side and live for another day.
So the Tigers call a timeout. They're going to talk about the protection there a little bit, and maybe, like you said, get rid of the ball on that sideline where you just looked off a receiver on that sideline. Go ahead and toss it into your own bench and come back out to the original line of scrimmage. This one's going to drop Caldwell County back to their own 39. 2 receivers set each way for the Tigers. Hollowell in the backfield. He fakes to Hollowell, looks down the field, gets some pressure. Now he's going to scramble over to his left, looks down the sideline, nobody open, flings it up, and it looked like it was caught. We'll see if it was ruled inbounds. And they're going to say the Tiger receiver was out of bounds. Intended receiver was Jameer Riley, who made the catch, but out of bounds right at midfield.
Brings up 3rd down and 18 for the Tigers.
So obvious passing down for the Tigers. 2 receivers each side. Edmonson County showing a little blitz from linebacker. They'll back up now. Jaggers calls out the play. 11 seconds on the play clock. Jaggers takes a snap, looks down the field. He's got Oliver Parker open, and Parker reels it in at the 25-yard line, brought down near the 22. Nice job by Jaggers to let that play develop and just floated one right into the number 9 on Parker's jersey. Parker down to the Edmonson County 21-yard line.
39-yard pass that time from Joby to Oliver at the Edmonson 22-yard line.
So good job by Parker to watch that one all the way into the gut. Coach Barnes said that's one of the things that they've got to do this week to keep extending this playoff run. They missed a couple of passes last week that could have played some key roles in that game. Parker not the guilty party that time, though, as he made a good catch. This time it's Hollowell up across the right side for Caldwell County, across the 20 down to the 17-yard line, it looks like. So Caldwell County will have 2nd down coming up as we near a minute to go here in the first quarter. The Tigers leading this one 14-0, looking to tack on here. Jaggers fakes the handoff, goes quickly to Parker. Touchdown, Caldwell County. Quick hit to Oliver Parker. So Caldwell County out in front, 20 first quarter points so far, pending the Taco John's extra point coming your way. And nice route by Parker.
And a beautifully thrown ball right there on the hands. Nobody could get it but Oliver himself.
Yeah, Joby froze the linebackers, faked the handoff to Hollowell, and then just a strike to Parker right at the goal line. Parker able to hands catch it, take it right into the end zone for his first touchdown of the night, and Caldwell County leads this one. Oh, they're going to bring this one back. I did not see a flag on this one. And I did not get the call, but the points do come off the board. It's a 5-yard penalty, whatever it was, Bob, because they brought it back to the 22-yard line. Did not see that flag either. Jaggers drops back, looks to the corner. He's got a man open, and it's incomplete. Good throw by Jaggers. Newsom was trying to reel that one in, had some company on the sideline, but pretty decent throw by Jaggers. That's going to bring up 3rd down for Caldwell County. Jaggers has 2 receivers each side. Hollowell to his left, swings it out to Hollowell. Hollowell has it across the 20, turns it up the field across the 10, and brought down at around the 9-yard line.
That was a 4th down play, which results in a 1st down for the Tigers.
So it's going to be 1st and goal from the 9 for Caldwell County. Good run by Hollowell after the little swing pass. Travion Samuel comes into the ball game, and Hollowell is going to get a little bit of a rest. Slight limp as he comes off. They'll check him out. Doesn't appear to be anything major wrong.
First and goal for the Tigers from just inside the 10.
Handoff's going to come near side. Turns it up the field and walks in. Touchdown, Caldwell County. Jameer Riley on the carry for the Tigers. No flags that I can see, Bob. We're going to check this because there's been a couple of times they've thrown some late flags, it appeared. But Jameer Riley able to walk that one in untouched from 9 yards out. 20-0 Caldwell County. Extra point coming your way. Brought to you by Taco John's of Princeton, where you can get street tacos, 3 for $5. Smiley with the hold for the Tigers. Gets the ball down. Kick is up, and it is good. So with 11 seconds left to go in the first quarter, the Tigers well out in front now, 21-0 over Edmonson County. We'll take a 30-second timeout and be right back. You're listening to Tiger Football on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
Meter tampering is dangerous. Tampering with an electric meter is not only dangerous, it is dishonest and against the law. Stealing electricity by tampering with an electric meter may result in your arrest and can even risk your life. Tampering with meters results in increased utility bills that everyone has to pay. If you see anyone tampering with an electric meter, call the Princeton Electric Plant Board right away at 270-365-2031. Princeton Electric Plant Board, Princeton's #1.
Back to Tiger Football on WPKY, 21-0 Caldwell County. As Schultz will put this one into play from his own 40-yard line. Kick is up. Nice kick by Schultz, going to be fielded down at the 14-yard line. They'll take it to the right side, still on his feet, going towards the sideline across the 30, and finally pulled out of bounds across the 35-yard line. So a good return by Edmonson County has them with decent field position. They'll get one play here before the end of the quarter. Ball's going to be spotted at the 36-yard line of Edmonson County. And Bob, was it Converna that Crittenden County was playing tonight? I see the score just says Rockets up 23-0. I want to say it was Converna that the
I believe it is Converna,
tonight.
yes.
So Crittenden County looking to make a big run in the playoffs also this season after a fine year. Edmonson puts 3 receivers to the right. He's going to hand off, and they're going to come to the right side. Nice tackle by the Tigers. He gets about 3 yards on the play. Van Hoosier with the tackle for Caldwell County. They're saying he's going to bring it up to the 39-yard line. So that's the end of the first quarter. After 1 quarter of play, it's Caldwell County 21, Edmonson County nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Tiger Football on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
103.3 WPKY and WPKYonline.com. Tiger Sports coverage is brought to you in part by Bella Marie Boutique, Bashir Sawmill, Big John's Barbecue, Brentley Furniture, Cozy Living, Barless Realty, Fortner Gas, Fredonia Valley Bank, Break Wall Chinese Restaurant, and by Herb Hayes Furniture on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, the voice of the Caldwell County Tigers.
Back to Tiger Football here at Tiger Stadium. After 1 quarter of play, it's Caldwell County 21, Edmonson County nothing. And Bob, just a great start by the Tigers. The defense has looked strong here early on. The only flaw for the offense, a couple of Jaggers sacks that have cost them some pretty big yardage at times. But Caldwell County looking good to open this playoff run this year.
That's the only negative thing that you could say so far tonight. Offensively, we've overcome those 2 big sacks. Joby losing 18 yards with the 2 sacks, but we've been able to find open receivers, and our running game is operating with a lot of efficiency so far.
Yeah, Hollowell and Jameer Riley really doing a great job so far tonight. You'll have all those stats coming up at halftime. As we check out the stats, we'll try to find some scores from area games for you and get that to you also coming up at halftime. Right now it's Edmonson County taking over at their 39-yard line. Snap is back to Smith. He gives the handoff. He's going to pick up a couple of yards on the play, maybe 3, down to the 42-yard line, if that's where they spotted on the side, Judge. 43-yard line. They gave him a really good spot there, Bob, on that run. Must have reached out with it. So it'll be 3rd and 3 for the Wildcats coming up, just underway here in the second quarter.
And Edmonson's gone to the running game. They've got 2 great big kids in that side, running to that side that may be the Division I prospect.
And they're putting all the receivers a lot. This is the 3rd or 4th time tonight they put all the receivers on the left side. It's quarterback keeper, and that goes nowhere. He'll lose at least a yard on the play. Bashir on the tackle for Caldwell County along with Burden. 4th down for Edmonson County. And, Bob, you got to
4th and 4.
To wonder how many times that they'll keep punting or start to go for it. This hole gets bigger for Edmonson County. They are in punt formation. Caldwell County is going to drop 2 players back to their own 30. Snap is back. It's a high snap. He's got some pressure. Gets it away. It's going to be fielded at the 33-yard line. Coming across the near side, trying to change fields. He's got a couple of blockers in front of him across the 40, the 50. It's East down to the 40. He's going down the sideline. Got a blocker in front of him. Going to go all the way. I don't see any flags on the field. Punt return, touchdown for Gabe East. Good job by East. Fielded that ball on the right side of the field, brought it left side, and took off down the sideline. Great blocking by Caldwell County. Even had Van Hoosier as an escort, didn't even need him about the last 20 yards of that play.
Probably caught in the air about the Edmonson 30.
I'd say about the 33-yard line.
Okay, we're going to call it a 68-yard punt return then.
So Gabe East extends Caldwell County's lead to 27-0, depending this Taco John's extra point by Schultz. This kick is up, and it is good. So with 10:27 to go in the first half, Caldwell County out in front now comfortably 28-0 on Edmonson County. We'll keep it right here on this one, John, as Caldwell County quickly scored on the punt return by Gabe East. That extra point brought to you by Taco John's of Princeton. Taco John's offers a bold, unique taste on Mexican food. They have street tacos, 3 for $5, and that, of course, at Taco John's. Taking a look at area scores, McCracken County leads Jeffersontown 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. As we said, Crittenden County leading Caverna 23-0 early in that contest, as Crittenden County looks to make a big run here in the playoffs this year. Area scores are brought to you by Brad Harrelson of Encompass Wealth Management. Contact Brad Harrelson with Encompass Wealth Management for all of your financial and retirement planning needs. Bob, we thought that if Caldwell County came out focused on this one, took care of business, that this could be a pretty lopsided game and early. It's turning out to be so. 10:27 still to go in the first half, and Caldwell County already out 28-0.
And it hasn't looked hard either, Dennis. It's that punt return was Willie set up. And great run by Gabe, cutting inside one tackler right as he catches the ball.
And on the kickoff, Edmonson County bobbles it all the way back to about the 2-yard line, picks it up, brings it back out, but he's going to be brought down inside the 10, all the way back about the 5-yard line.
Things just go from bad to worse for Edmonson here.
It looked like Barron Wells that sealed that one off, able to keep the Edmonson County runner in the middle of the field, brought down, and Edmonson County will start on their own 5-yard line, as Wells had great coverage on that one for the Tigers. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from their own 5 for the Wildcats, as they look to get their first points of the evening against a very stingy Caldwell County defense early on in this one. They're going to send trip set to the right. Blocking back is also to the right. Caldwell County shows blitz. They bring it. Smith has some pressure in the backfield, throws it up, and it's going to be incomplete. Threw that one out of bounds. He had a lot of company in blue back there in the back. Trying to pick up the numbers here, Bob. We got a little bit of a glare as we got the windows closed here with the cool weather tonight, but it looked like Cameron Baker was one of the 2 Tigers leading the pressure on Smith in the back of the end zone. Smith tried to get rid of one earlier, picked off by Caleb Burden that Caldwell County turned into 7 points. Same formation for the Wildcats. One receiver to the far side. And Smith bobbles it in the end zone. He's going to be touched as he covered the loose ball, and it'll be a safety for Caldwell County coming at 10:02 left in the first half. Bob, the snap didn't look that bad.
No,
Came up about face mask high on John Smith. He was not able to handle it. Ball went to the ground. He covered it, and when he did, touched easily by that Tiger rush. So with the safety, it's Caldwell County 30, Edmonson County nothing. So Caldwell County within a touchdown now of sending this one into a running clock situation very early, which always suits announcers. Good job by that Tiger defense. They really brought the pressure, especially having Edmonson County pinned back to start that drive on their 5-yard line.
And I think that more than anything, being pinned back, the quarterback was concerned. He'd just been under heavy rush the play before, and I think he just took his eyes off the snap, Dennis, because it looked like a pretty good snap from here, and it just dropped out of his hands, and at least he had presence enough of mind to fall down on it rather than pick it up and try to run with it or even lead to a more catastrophic play.
Yeah, when you've got the likes of Bashir and Van Hoosier and Burden and even Cameron Baker at times has made a good play on that kickoff. When you got those guys staring you down and you're standing on your goal line, it's going to make for an uneasy feeling, I'm sure. Edmonson kicks this one away. It's going to go out of bounds at the Caldwell County 36-yard line. So Caldwell County will bring the offense out and try to put this one into a running clock situation.
I'm not sure. They may re-kick this, Dennis. Looks like that's what they're going to do.
Oh, Caldwell County is going to decline the penalty, so they'll force Edmonson County to kick this one away again. It's going to be motion against Edmonson County on that, Bob. Their flags must be green because I've yet to see the first one come out.
I haven't seen a flag all night, Dennis, honestly.
Saw the one that the referee threw signaling where the ball was kicked out of bounds at, but this time they're going to tee it up at the 15-yard line, so Caldwell County is going to have great field position unless they were to fumble this one away. Kick is going to come and be fielded at the Tiger 32-yard line. That's Trace Holden. He's up across the 45, finds a hole across midfield, and brought down inside the 45-yard line of Edmonson County. Looks like at around the 42, 43-yard line. We'll see the official spot. Trace Holden has one gear, I think. He's in high gear from the first step. The kid is just lightning fast, and he gets Caldwell County in great field position as they'll take over at the Edmonson 43-yard line with 9:54 still to go here in the first half. Hollowell in the backfield, 2 receivers set each way. Newsom raised his hand. His coverage got to him late. This one's going down the middle. Diving attempt by Oliver Parker. Incomplete, but Oliver laid out at the 7-yard line, in and out of his hands.
It's a tremendous try. I mean, headlong, Dennis. You're right. Laid out for it, and I thought he had it.
I did too, and great effort. And you got to commend Oliver. He took a vicious hit. I've seen that on Twitter countless times this week, the hit that he took in the game against Mayfield last week, and laid right out again tonight for that one. This time it's a handoff over the left side. It's Hollowell picking up big yardage for Caldwell County. First down all the way up to the 30-yard line.
13-yard run by Derek, having a great night.
Bob will have to pull the roster out here before long because there's going to be a lot of new numbers coming up for Caldwell County later in the second half. Jaggers faces some pressure, and the ball comes loose on him. Ball still on the ground, picked up by a lineman. He's all the way back to the 50, tackled by his face mask. I don't think anybody saw that one from the backside. 68 for Caldwell County recovered that one. That's John Kelly Hughes. As Jaggers could hear the yells to get rid of it. When he tried to, it slipped out of his hands with the contact, and the ball spotted all the way back at the Tiger 49-yard line. Good job by Hughes to pick that one up and do what he could with it. Two receivers each way now for Caldwell County. Jaggers will drop back this time, only a three-man rush. He's going to air it out looking down the sideline, and this one's picked off at the 8-yard line. He was looking for Jameer Riley, and he's going to get it back to the 10. And that one just a little bit underthrown. Jaggers put all he had into that one, throwing against a slight breeze to that end of the field. First turnover of the night for Caldwell County, and gives Edmonson County the ball at their own 10-yard line. And that drive turned south quick, Bob. They're actually going to mark that at the 11. I'm sorry. Looking for Jameer Riley. Intercepted right in front of Riley. He was able to make the tackle quickly, but Caldwell County had some good things go early in that drive and go south quick. Now Smith in shotgun. Trip set to his left. Handoff up the middle. Good gain by Edmonson County out near the 14-yard line. Caleb Burden on the tackle for Caldwell County. Ball at the 14-yard line now for the Wildcats. Caldwell County leads this one 30-0. 4 touchdowns and a safety for the Tigers so far here in this first half. Huddle by Edmonson County, not a very fast-paced team whatsoever. Just get the play off before the play clock went off. He throws complete down the field, complete at the 28. He ran it back and was tackled at the 26-yard line. Tackle for Caldwell County was made by number 21, Barron Wells. Wells will come out, and Jameer Riley will come back in on that play, but a first down pass by Edmonson County as they'll get it spotted at the 26-yard line. It's one of those plays where he caught the ball near the 30, tried to make something out of it, ran backwards a little bit, and got tackled at the 26. So Edmonson has the ball, 1st and 10 there. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They set up a screen. It's incomplete. And even though Bob, it looked like he knew he was setting up the screen, but Caldwell County coming as hard as they were, still had to be kind of a deer in headlight situation for Mr. Smith, the way he's had some of that rush by Caldwell County.
I believe you could see his eyeballs from here,
I think so.
Dennis, because somebody got through there without being blocked at all, hit him directly in their sights, and that's when the ball was let go.
Yeah, I think he
just threw that ball away.
Yeah, he got rid of that a little bit quick, even for a screen setup.
2nd and 10 for the Edmonson team.
Caldwell County brings a blitz. It's Van Hoosier coming up the middle. He's picked up, and it's thrown out of bounds. Jameer Riley actually jumped, caught the ball out of bounds, and pitched it back forward.
And they're going to call it an incomplete pass.
They're going to say the whistle's blue. I don't know. I've never seen that. He actually was not out of bounds.
I believe early whistle. We'll have to put that in our wacky play of the game tomorrow.
Now, it would have been a forward lateral. I would assume that you would mark it where he was in the area, and I'm not sure on that.
I think he's, as long as he doesn't leave the playing field and knocks it back in midair, he's not out of bounds.
Yeah, because you can jump at the goal line and
yes,
kick a punt back in, tip a punt back in.
And people can have balls bounce off their head and be picked up in the air before it hits the ground by another teammate, and that's illegal. This was Jameer had to be on the line when he jumped. That's the only thing I think.
That or a whistle that was blowing it.
Or it could be the truly inadvertent whistle.
Anticipating it being overthrown past the receiver. But Jameer Riley, what happened, he came up, he's standing right on the sideline, jumped up, caught the ball in the air before he came down, and kind of just like a chest pass in basketball, pushed it back out to another Caldwell County player inbounds, but the referee had blown the whistle. I got to lean that that's towards just an inadvertent whistle, just anticipating that ball being overthrown into the Caldwell County bench.
I have to agree with you. If his foot's not on the out of bounds marker as he jumps up, it's an inadvertent whistle.
Nonetheless, Edmonson County is going to keep possession of this one. Taking a quick look at the scoreboard. Scoreboard reports brought to you by Goodwin Insurance. Good luck to the Tigers from Goodwin Insurance, your locally owned independent insurance agency capable of handling all of your insurance needs. 7:12 to go in the first half. Caldwell County leading this one 30-0. Edmonson County with the ball as they snap it back. It's complete at the 25-yard line, giving chase is Van Hoosier. They get out near a first down before he's brought down at the 36-yard line. That's going to be very close to a first down. We'll see where they'll mark this one, and they do signal first down. So the Wildcats pick up the first down. Looks like the 36. They needed 10. They got 10.
10-yard pass completion.
So Edmonson County stays on the field, keeps Caldwell County away from the ball and the running clock situation. 6:43 to go in the half. Edmonson, one receiver to the left, two to the right. Caldwell shows blitz. They've been bringing that blitz a lot tonight. Edmonson is not going to be able to contain this one as Smith goes down all the way back inside his own 30-yard line. Devin Kilgore on the sack for Caldwell County. Bob, Caldwell County is bringing the blitz just about every play.
They found something that they like. Probably not very good blocking by.
So the ball's going to be spotted at the 29-yard line. Edmonson County will have it there. 2nd and 17. They're going to send two receivers each way. They'll keep it back at John Smith's right arm. Caldwell County again with the blitz. A hold was missed. Van Hoosier came through and just got held at the line of scrimmage. Handoff goes right past Van Hoosier and back out near the original line of scrimmage.
Mark about the 37.
37-yard line on the carry. 3rd down and 9 for Edmonson. Bob, one of the teams we played this season, in fact, the first team we played this season, Christian County in the playoffs, and you talk about a tough first-round opponent, Bowling Green is who Christian County drew. Bowling Green leads that one early, 8-0. John Smith throws it. It's incomplete and almost tipped into the hands of Gabe East.
It looked like a fastball coming out of there, Dennis. That was a bullet out there and bounced off the receiver's hands, just about, as you mentioned, just about intercepted by the Tigers.
Pass was intended for Skylar Klein, but it's going to bring up 4th down and 9, and Edmonson County will drop into punt formation. I think you've got East, and I'm not sure if this is Olden. We'll try to pick that number up back deep for Caldwell County. High snap over the kicker's head, giving chase is Caldwell County all the way back. Ball still loose and bounced around instead of just covered. Caldwell County is going to take it anyway, but the guys were wanting to pick that one up and try to run it in. Bounced around. Edmonson recovers, but the turnover on downs is going to give it to Caldwell anyway, and it'll be spotted at the 23-yard line. A couple of Tigers had a shot at that one. Instead of just falling on it, they tried to pick it up. Not sure there's not a little moisture on the field, on the ball tonight, but anyway, Caldwell County is going to come away with this one. They'll send a trip set out to the left. Parker, the lone receiver, to the right. He's going to look for Parker. It's complete, far sideline at the 15. He gets down near the 12-yard line. Parker with a quick hit, close to a first down for Caldwell County. They'll spot that one at the 13-yard line. Still an Edmonson County player down in the backfield. 4:34 left to go here in the first half. Caldwell County leading this one 30-0. Stay tuned at halftime. Bob will have all of the first half stats. We'll look ahead to the second half, and we'll try to check some scores around the area also coming up at halftime and get those to you. Bob, as Edmonson County has the player on the field, we talked about it a little bit before we came on the air tonight. You're going to see a lot of 1-4 matchups tonight. And we talked about, we don't know the finances of it. We're sure KHSAA has done the scouting on this, but you almost believe it would it save money for some teams like Edmonson County instead of driving over 2 hours to come for a first round game. I don't know what their gate cut is going to be tonight, but some people like the thought of giving number 1 seeds a first round bye and letting the 2-3s go at it on the first week of playoff action. But right now it's 1-4s playing each other and 2-3s playing each other.
Well, I think that's a logic that maybe will be considered in the future, but if there are a lot of every game tonight's a 1-4 matchup, so we'll see how the 4s do. Maybe they'll win 1 out of all the games.
Quick hit, his team's back on the field to Jameer Riley. He's caught it at the 15, and he's going to walk it in for a touchdown, Caldwell County. I thought that he had pulled up just a little bit early, kind of slowed the trot down at the 5-yard line, snuck it in across the corner. But it's Jaggers to Jameer Riley, second time tonight, and Caldwell County up 36-0. Extra point attempt coming up, courtesy of Taco Johns. This is going to be Viverette with his first attempt tonight. Spot down, Blake puts the kick up, and it is good. So with 4:18 left to go in the first half, Caldwell County puts a running clock on this situation. It's the Tigers 37, the Wildcats nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Tiger Football on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
I'm running for Caldwell County Attorney. Caldwell County is my home. I've been serving our citizens from my law office on Main Street in downtown Princeton for over 11 and a half years. As Caldwell County Attorney, I will have an open-door policy. I will prosecute cold check writers, drug crimes, and those who fail to pay child support. Experience, hard work, common sense. That is what I have to offer our citizens. On November the 6th, please vote for me, Matt Shaw, for Caldwell County Attorney. Paid for by the campaign fund of Matt Shaw for Caldwell County Attorney.
Back to Tiger Football here on WPKY. 4:18 left to go in the first half here at Tiger Stadium as Caldwell County leads this one 37-0. Do have a score at halftime. It's LaRue County leading Union County 28-9. LaRue, the number 2 seed of the second district, leading the number 3 team in the first district. So a potential matchup next week looks like maybe with LaRue County. Caldwell County tees it at the 40. Kickoff bounces at the 22, picked up at the 12. Number 11 for Edmonson County trying to find a way, but just a sea of blue jerseys is going to bury him under at about the 17-yard line. Number 11 was Matthew Shaw, a freshman for Edmonson County. So they're going to officially spot it at the 17 or 18. Where are they putting that down? Looks like the 17. We're going to call it the 17 with 3:27 and the clock running, of course, now as Caldwell County's up 37-0 on Edmonson County. Bob, the Wildcats still go to that huddle. I don't know that they have a hurry-up offense or if they really want to hurry up at this point the way things have gone for them tonight so far. Smith is going to keep it himself, goes up the middle, tripped just as he left the backfield. He gets up to maybe the 20-yard line. Gets it up to the 21-yard line, so a pickup of about 4 on the play, second down and 6 for the Wildcats. Wind starting to pick up here at Tiger Stadium. You see the flag that was laying mostly limp early in the first quarter, now standing straight out and at the back of Edmonson County here in the second quarter. Smith's going to put 3 receivers to the far side, but Edmonson's going to call what I think, Bob, if I'm not mistaken, their final timeout of the half.
Definitely at least their second.
And we'll keep it right here. We want to talk about coming up at halftime. We'll take a look at all of the first half stats, look ahead to next week, and try to get you some scores from around the area. And Bob, we want to talk about our friends as we get ready to go to halftime, we'll talk about them more at the half, but our friends at Lake Barkley CrossFit. You can never be too healthy, too strong, or in too good a health. Lake Barkley CrossFit has classes designed for anyone at any fitness level, and they're always free to come and try. That's at Lake Barkley CrossFit. So we appreciate our friends down there helping us bring you Tiger football this season here on WPKY. Bob, a lot of new numbers already beginning to come in for Caldwell County. On the field, first time we've seen tonight, number 17 in coverage on the near side is going to be Riley Orange. 5'7" sophomore for the Tigers. He's going to be man-to-man here on the outside as Edmonson County is back on the field. And we'll try to get all the numbers as they come in over the course of the rest of this half and next half. And it's a halfback option complete all the way out past the 40-yard line. So that was number 12 to number 32, Isaiah Johnson. Completes it to number 32, Jonathan Philback. And Bob, the two Edmonson County players that were up here earlier in the press box, one of them hurt, talked about that play. That's one that Johnson threw a 55-yard touchdown pass on earlier this season, I think, against Adair County.
They're definitely pulling out all stops now, Dennis. You're right.
Smith hit as he delivered that ball incomplete. Coverage near side was Dylan Cavanaugh. But that previous play is just Johnson set up in the halfback, took the swing pass out, turned up the field, and made a nice pass up the field for a completion all the way out. Ball spotted at the 40-yard line. Incompletion brings up 2nd and 10. Smith in the backfield, two receivers each way. He drops back, gets some protection, looks over the middle, complete at the 45. He gets across the 30 and brought down finally near the 25-yard line. So that's number 14 for Edmonson County, Brock Stethen, their leading receiver on the season. And his first big play of the night as the ball gets down into Tiger territory, spotted at the 23-yard line of Caldwell County. 37 seconds left to go in the first half. The deepest penetration so far for Edmonson County. It's going to be Smith again to Stethen. Complete and hit all the way down to the 1-yard line. So it'll be 1st and goal for Edmonson County. And it's maybe that wasn't their last timeout because they just called another timeout. The ball's at the 1 for Edmonson County. And it's been Smith to Stethen for 2 big hits the last 2 plays. And Caldwell County wanting to talk about this a little bit. I'm sure not all starters out there right now for Caldwell County, but still, that's 2 wide open for their top receiver to be. It's still the same film and game plan for the backups as it was the starters. If you've got Stethen on the field, you've got to cover that kid because he's a quality receiver. So Caldwell County will take advantage of the Edmonson County timeout to talk about this one defensively. Still 20 seconds on the clock. And Caldwell County leading this one 37-0.
This drive began, Dennis, back on the Edmonson 17-yard line with a running clock, and they've come 82 yards upfield, knocking on the door at the 1-yard line with 20 seconds to play here.
So Smith in the backfield. He's going to put 2 receivers to his right, 1 receiver to the left. And they're going to add 7 seconds back on the clock. That's probably the most this season, I would say, added back to the clock that we've seen. But 27 back on the clock.
That always upsets Johnny when that happens.
And Caldwell County is going to be Smith with the keeper. And it is, did he get across? It is signaled touchdown. So touchdown to Edmonson County as they break the shutout 37-6. That one coming with 22 seconds left to play here in the first half. And let's see what they're going to do. If they're going to go for 2 on this one, it appears that they will. Smith in the backfield. He's going to send 2 receivers to his left, 1 to the right. Smith takes a snap, rolls a bit to his right, gets some pressure, looks up the field, and he's going to be stopped back at the 8-yard line. So 2-point conversion, no good. So with 22 seconds left here in the first half, Edmonson County gets on the board after a couple of big Smith to Stephen completions, gets them down to the 1. It's Smith by himself as he falls into the end zone. And Edmonson County on the board 37-6. Paducah Tillman also in action tonight. That could be a potential matchup for Caldwell County Bob 2 weeks from tonight. If they advance and play Elizabethtown next week, they've got a chance to beat Elizabethtown this year, as Elizabethtown's down a little bit. Paducah Tillman actually rated higher than us in the lit ratings, even though we are a 15-point winner against them at their place. They lead tonight against Hart County 22-0, and that one's still in the first quarter.
That's going to be a running clock. Tillman's deadly on the ground, and I'm sure they're running the dickens out of that ball against Hart County.
So Paducah Tillman looking for that second-round matchup with Elizabethtown, should Elizabethtown win their game tonight. Trail Riley, Chase Olden back deep for Caldwell County as Edmonson tees this one up at the 40. Bob, it looks like the on the sideline, Edmonson County fans could have fit in just a couple of vans. It looks like not a huge crowd for Edmonson, but not our best crowd of the night either here at Tiger Stadium. Cool night.
A lot of empty seats on this side.
So we hope that that changes next week, as Caldwell County looking to advance in the playoffs. Running clock in that quarter runs out. So at halftime, it's Caldwell County 37, Edmonson County 6. We'll be back with a look at the stats in our halftime report coming your way in just a few minutes, so stay tuned for that. You're listening to Tiger Football on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
Street is locally owned and operated with a strong, sincere focus on customer service. Planters Bank has a diverse team of seasoned professionals in Western Kentucky and Clarksville, Tennessee. Since first opening their doors, Planters Bank has made a name for itself as an energetic player in the financial services market. Stop by and talk to the friendly folks at Planters and find out about the You Choose Rewards program. Planters Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
I'm Jared Jackson, and I'm running to be your district judge. I was born in Caldwell County and have been a practicing attorney in Princeton for the last 11 years. I'm very proud to be the son of 2 retired public school educators. When elected, I pledge to always treat everyone fairly and to administer justice in an impartial and unbiased manner. I have proudly served my community as the former president of the Chamber of Commerce and former co-chairman of Relay for Life. I'm committed to continued service to the citizens of Western Kentucky. Again, I'm Jared Jackson, and I would appreciate your vote on November the 6th.
Paid for by the campaign fund of Jared H. Jackson for District Judge.
Hello, this is Gloria Smith with the law office of Jeff Russo. Are you buying or selling real estate? Are you planning on refinancing your existing home loan? If so, you should be aware that you have your choice in which attorney provides the legal services associated with such transactions. Our law office has over 50 years of experience in real estate law. We pride ourselves on being cost-effective and having a quick turnaround time. If you're in need of such services, call us today at 365-2763 or find us on the web at www.jeffrussolaw.com. We are located in downtown Princeton on the east side of the courthouse.
This is an advertisement.
Traveling can be great. Traveling on vacation, to see family, to a great spot to shop. But traveling to get your health care? Not so much. Caldwell Medical Center provides top-quality surgical services right here at home. Our surgeon, Dr. Sue Petty, and her skilled team provide outpatient, laparoscopic, and general surgery services to you in your own community so that you can be with your friends and family during your treatment and recovery. To learn more, you can contact Caldwell Medical Associates at 270-365-0332. That's 270-365-0332.
This is Holly Van Hooser with the Woodall Agency in Princeton, Kentucky. Are you wanting the best options that meet your needs? If so, call our friendly and professional agents who are just a phone call away at 365-5541 or visit our website, woodallagency.com. We will give you a free quote for your home, auto, or even your business. We will get back with you on the best options that meet your needs. Our office is located at 110 West Washington Street. Call Woodall, y'all.
For authentic Mexican cuisine, head to La Pontesina Mexican Restaurant in Princeton or Marion. Maria's specials are a local favorite you're sure to love. Or you might want to try the new street tacos, tacos de asada, tacos de carnita, or tacos de chorizo. La Pontesina is now open 7 days a week, Monday through Thursday, 11 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 11 to 9:30, and Sundays, 11 to 9. And they offer lunch specials Monday through Friday, 11 to 3. Be sure to like them on Facebook for updates and specials. La Pontesina Mexican Restaurant in Princeton or Marion.
Fall is here, and let the entertaining begin. Hi, this is Pam Haverlock at Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique. With family gatherings about to begin, we are offering for the month of October, buy a sofa and get the love seat or accent chair half off. Special orders are included. Wow, that's an exciting deal right there. Come to Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique and take advantage of this awesome deal. Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique, 102 Northfield Drive in Princeton, right next to the bowling alley. Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique is everything a home should be.
Hello, I am Larry Curley. I'm running for Caldwell County Judge Executive. As a lifelong resident of Caldwell, I am proud to call this county my home. I have 36 years experience working with and for the citizens of Caldwell County, 32 years in our local school system, and 4 years as a manager. In Caldwell County Schools, I served as a teacher, coach, transportation director, facilities director, and Safe Schools Emergency Coordinator. I have first-hand experience working with state officials and years of involvement with policies, budget, grant writing, and supervising personnel. As transportation director, I gained a vast knowledge of our county roads. In previous jobs, I've always had open-door policy and treated people with fairness and consistency, and I continue to do so. I'm asking for your vote on November 6th. Thank you.
Paid for by Larry Curling for Caldwell County Judge Executive.
At Morgan's Funeral Home, we're family owned and managed by people who care more about you.
What separates life from the end is how much our people care.
During your most difficult hours, you deserve the most understanding and caring service available. That is what you get at Morgan's Funeral Home. That's what separates us from the rest. Morgan's Funeral Home, serving families for over 100 years.
For your home for Tiger Sports, 1580 103.3 WPKY and WPKYonline.com. Tiger Sports coverage is brought to you in part by Kay's Kitchen, Caldwell County Health Department, McDonald's of Princeton, Princeton Health and Rehab, General Electric, La Pontesina Mexican Restaurant, Raider Auctions, KFC, and by the Joshua Tree on 1580 103.3 WPKY. The voice of the Caldwell County Tigers.
And welcome back. We're at halftime here as Caldwell County leads Edmonson County 37-6. Edmonson County getting on the board with about 22 seconds to go in that half after a couple of pass plays. This halftime tonight brought to you by our friends at Lake Barkley CrossFit. You can never be too healthy, too strong, or in too good of health. Lake Barkley CrossFit has classes designed for anyone at any fitness level, and they are always free to come and try. That's at Lake Barkley CrossFit. We appreciate those guys. They've sponsored our kickoffs all year long, and we appreciate them so much. We're going to give them the halftime tonight, Bob, because they run a quality operation there. A lot of competition between Lake Barkley CrossFit and Trilogy. You read about those a little bit on Twitter. Little fun competition there between those guys. So we want to add our excitement into what they're doing there at Lake Barkley CrossFit also. Before we get into the stats at halftime, it's Hopkinsville leading Warren East 10-0, and Hopkinsville will get the ball to start second half of play in that one. So, Bob, take her away with the stats if you got those ready.
Dennis, it's been a kind of a lackluster game in some ways. Caldwell County dominating until the Edmonson County last drive of the first half when the clock went to a running clock, and once a running clock, always a running clock. So we'll have the running clock here in the second half. Caldwell County jumping out and leading here at halftime, 37-6. The scoring opened for the Tigers in the first quarter on a Derek Caldwell 7-yard pass from Joby Jaggers at the 7:02 mark of the first quarter. Barrett Schultz adding the extra point. The Tigers up over Edmonson 7-0 at that time. Also in the first quarter, Trace Holden on a handoff from Joby Jaggers, a 25-yard run around right end. That coming at the 4-minute, 48-second mark of the first quarter. Barrett Schultz's kick, again good. Caldwell County leading 14-0 over Edmonson. Also in the first quarter, Jameer Riley on a 9-yard run at the 11-second mark of the first quarter. Schultz again adding the extra point. Caldwell County leading 21-0 over Edmonson after 1 quarter of play. In the second quarter, Dave East gets loose on a 68-yard punt return at the 10-minute, 27 mark of the second quarter. Extra point added by Barrett Schultz. Caldwell County leading 28-0 at that point. On the ensuing drive, Edmonson County pinned deep in their territory, and a safety occurring when the quarterback dropping the snap in the end zone, recovering it himself, but leading to a safety for the Tigers. That coming at the 10-minute, 2-second mark of the second quarter. Caldwell County up 30-0 at that time. In the second quarter, Jameer Riley on a 13-yard pass from Joby Jaggers. Blake Vibrett adding the extra point at the 4-minute, 18-second mark of the second quarter. Caldwell County leading 37-0 at that point, and with 22 seconds to go in the first half, a 78-yard drive by Edmonson County, all in the air except the final yard on the ground. Smith, the quarterback from Edmonson County, running it into the end zone from 1 yard out. The 2-point conversion was no good. Caldwell County leading 27-6, and that's where we find ourselves here at halftime. For the Tigers, in the rushing department, Derek Hollowell 5 carries tonight for 42 yards. Jameer Riley 2 carries for 12 yards and a touchdown. Joby Jaggers, most of our negative yardage have come on 3 sacks. Joby Jaggers with 3 carries, minus 37 yards, and Trace Holden 1 carry. Some may rule that a pass, but it looked to me like it was a handoff and not a flip, so we'll call it a run. We'll find out how Todd covers that when we look at the paper in the morning. But a run of 25 yards, Trace Holden getting into the end zone. Caldwell County 11 rushes for a net 32 yards. In the pass receiving department, Travis Houston 1 catch for 15 yards. Oliver Parker 2 catches for 48 yards. A nice long catch, and almost made a real circus catch later in the second quarter, but dropping as he hit the ground. Jameer Riley 2 catches for 56 yards and a touchdown. Derek Hollowell 2 catches for 19 yards and a touchdown. Caldwell County, Joby Jaggers 7 of 11 with 1 interception through the air. Caldwell County with 138 yards in the air, 32 yards on the ground. Total offense in the first half of 170 yards for the Tigers. For Edmonson County, totally shut down in the rushing department tonight. They have 15 carries at a -3 yards in the rushing department. They had 7 receptions through the air for 129 yards, 78 coming on that last drive, and then 31 on a pass completion early in the first quarter when we left completely the wide receiver on the right side completely unguarded. So 109 yards of the 129 yards on that one play and those last 3 plays coming down the field to end the first half. So again, with Edmonson County with 129 yards through the air, a -3 on the ground, finishing the half with 126 yards of total offense. And really, you have to say, Dennis, they were completely outplayed, but they've made some interesting, made it interesting there toward the first half. But I'm sure we'll come out with our first team in the third quarter, see what we can get done, and then you're right, it's going to be sub night. After that, I may go crazy in the stat department. here, and hopefully the running clock will help keep 14 kids from carrying the ball tonight.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of substitutions. As that running clock, some people maybe not understand on the running clock situation, Bob. After it gets that 36-point mark, it stays there, even though Edmonson County has cut the lead back down to 31 right now. The running clock still in progress for the remainder of this ball game, as Caldwell County will take the first possession of the second half, leading this one 37-6.
And you would have to assume that there's no way Edmonson could claw which is why that rule's in effect,
right,
could claw their way back into a game down 37-6.
Trying to look at some scores around the area. We had an early score from LaRue County. They were leading Union County 27-9, I think, late in that first half in that one. So looks like a possible matchup with LaRue County next week here at Tiger Stadium. As Caldwell County, if they should hang on to this one and win this one, they'll be at home again next week and host another game in the second round. Looks like it might be against LaRue County. Bob, I did see a score from the team that gave us our first loss right out of the gates this season, Christian County, playing Bowling Green fairly tough right now. Bowling Green takes a 15-0 lead into the locker room at that one at halftime. So a tough matchup, Christian County and Bowling Green, but Christian County staying within striking distance at least right now of Bowling Green.
And that has to be a 1-4. So Bowling Green, Christian may be the first in their district, Bowling Green the fourth in their district. I don't think Christian would have been a 4 and Bowling Green a 1.
So they may have been 2-3s. There's some 2-3 matchups also tonight. So that may have been the situation in that one. But looking ahead, Paducah Tillman had a big lead in their game against Hart County. So what we're really hoping for in a best-case scenario, you want to see Caldwell County beat LaRue County, who it looks like we would play next week. Then that would set up a third-round match with either Paducah Tillman or likely Elizabethtown. Those two teams would play next week, and that would be a big showdown game. I think that would be up in Elizabethtown. But Tillman, with enough offense and enough running power to cause Elizabethtown some trouble. That's been our nemesis all 3 years we've had this job, Bob. We've lost to Elizabethtown in the regional finals every year that we've had the broadcast opportunity. So maybe Paducah Tillman can do us a favor, knock those guys off, and then it'll be Tillman coming to Tiger Stadium in week 3 if that were to happen.
And we would love to be home here, counting tonight, 3 weeks in a row before we hit the road for the semifinal, and then we hope we're in Kroger at Kroger Field for the final in the Class 3A game polls or playoffs this year.
So that's looking way down the pipe, maybe a little bit too far ahead tonight. We've still got a half to go in this one as Caldwell County leads this one 37-6. And I was trying to text Todd to see about that handoff or flip. Looked like he just tossed it just enough, but those tosses could be, if they're forward, it's a pass. So.
It is a pass, but the runner came close. I mean, it's going to be, if Todd calls it a pass, I'll reverse my run tomorrow and make it a pass.
We're trying to get that update from our friend that does a great job on the sideline report for us on Thursday mornings on WPKY. Always has some great guests in, talk some sports, and if you want to throw him a curve and talk some sci-fi, he'll take that worm anytime, and you can set that hook on some sci-fi talk on that show also. But does a great job with us. We have a lot of fun listening to him. He does a good job helping us out in our broadcast, and we like to pass along how much we enjoy him being on the WPKY side now with the sideline report.
I just wish I'd grown up in the Darth Vader era instead of the Roy Rogers and Gene Autry era. Dennis, when he starts talking Darth, I tune out.
Well, I'm a big fan of the old black and white movies, so unless he brings up Abbott and Costello or Humphrey Bogart, I'm going to have to bow out. So.
Or beat the clock, or to tell the truth, or.
Yeah. But a great job by him, and then another program that we have on WPKY that gets a lot of attention, a lot of folks listen to, the Gator and DT show every Friday morning, doing a great job there. We're glad to have DT back after some health issues midway through the season. So we got Coach Gates on there with Coach Tomic, and of course Coach Gates again, a new grandfather this year, so congratulations to him on that, and good to have DT back on that one. Love listening to the Gator and DT show on Friday mornings.
And looking down at the bench, Dennis, I see Derek Caldwell without his shoulder pads on, so he's out there just in his number 4 jersey without pads. So we're not going to see a lot of the first stringers here in the second half.
And about 1:10 left here in half. We want to tell you that the halftime tonight is brought to you by Lake Barkley CrossFit. You can never be too healthy, too strong, or in too good a health. Lake Barkley CrossFit has classes designed for anyone at any fitness level and always free to come and try. That's at Lake Barkley CrossFit. And Bob, speaking of our buddy Todd Griffith, he did send a note back, said that was considered a pass play to Trace Olden. So that's going to look a little bit better on Joby's stats as he gets another touchdown pass. That one going as Olden got around that right end quick. That kid is just so fast that if you give him just a sliver of daylight, he's through there, and he made it right to the just enough to get to the pylon to get that one in for Caldwell County score, and actually a touchdown pass. And I don't know, that may be the shortest touchdown pass of Joby's career from the actual his hands to the receiver. Because you're talking, like you said, he ran right in front of him, just a little flick toss up to him, but Trace Olden took care of business from that point. I think that was about a 25-yard run.
It was a 25-yard, and we're now changing it to a pass, making Joby stats 8 out of 12 with 1 interception, and for yardage in the first half, 163 yards.
So we'll see how long Joby plays in that second half. You got to think that could be Jack Stevens getting a little bit of action as we get through this one here in the second half. Both teams back out on the field. Caldwell County won the toss in the first half. They elected to defer, so they will get first possession here in the second half. We appreciate Lake Barkley CrossFit for bringing you our halftime report here on WPKY. Edmonson County has it teed up at the 40. Pooch kick underway, and this one's going to be fielded and downed at the 38-yard line. Good job by Caldwell County, one of the upbacks there. We'll try to get that number for you. And that was Gabe East. So Caldwell County is going to have really good field position to start this second half as they'll take over from their own 39-yard line. And as we said, running clock situation the entire second half. Jagger stays in at quarterback for the Tigers. He hits a swing pass out to the side across the 40 and hit at the 43-yard line. That was, I'm not sure, his jersey rolled in. There he goes, number 41 for Caldwell County, and that is Logan Smiley. Logan got hit on that one, had his number rolled all the way up to his, almost to the back of his shoulder pads. Edmonson County showed blitz. It's going to be Jaggers quickly again to Smiley. Smiley receives at the 40, gets it up across the 45 to about the 47-yard line. It's going to be short of a first down, but nice run by Logan Smiley on the play. It's going to be Smiley and Barron Wells to this side. Travion Samuel, that's your guy, Bob, in the backfield with Jaggers to the right shoulder of Jaggers. Samuel gets the carry. He's up across the 50 into Edmonson County territory. 45, lowers his head and just bulls over a tackler all the way down to the 40. And if it had gotten past that one tackler, he had some real estate in front of him, maybe down inside the 30.
He does look 25. Like a runaway tank, doesn't he, Dennis, when he gets a head steam going?
I'd hate to try to stop him with that head lowered. Trip set to the left now for Jaggers. Quick hit over to Wells. It's complete at the 37. Wells dodges a tackler across the 30. Stays on his feet on the sideline. Now kicked out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Good job by Barron Wells to keep his feet and do that tightrope walk down the sideline. It looks like they're going to bring this one back maybe. There's a flag on the play somewhere. It is against Caldwell County. So a good run after the catch by Wells is going to be negated as they'll march this one off against the Tigers. I still didn't see the signal on what the play was.
I think it happened over here on the pass reception by Bear. Holding
on the Tigers. So the ball is going to come all the way back to the Edmonson County 47-yard line. Jaggers takes the low snap. He's going to have to run with it. He's got some pressure in the backfield. Turns it up the field, steps out of bounds. He'll lose about a yard on the play. That one started bad and ended worse for the Tigers. Snap was low. Jaggers got it picked up, had some pressure in the backfield on the rush. He was able to get it to the sideline, but still loses a yard back out to the 48-yard line. Jaggers two-back set with him. He's going to hand off to Smiley. Smiley dodges a tackle in the backfield, now wants to change direction, cuts it up the middle, still on his feet at the 45, lowers his head and brought down at the 43-yard line. Good job by Smiley to avoid a loss on the play, gets it up the field. And it's still going to be third down and long for Caldwell County. 3rd and 13 for the Tigers as they'll get the ball position back on the field.
And again, the clock continues to run. 8 minutes and 33 seconds remaining here in the third quarter.
And for Caldwell County, it's going to be Logan McGowan in the backfield. Two receivers set each way with McGowan, the lone back. Jaggers drops back, hits Wells at the 45, turns it up the field, tries to stay in bounds, pushed out of bounds, just shy of the 40, over the 35, excuse me. I think they're going to mark him at the 36-yard line. So it's going to be 4th down for Caldwell County. Trip branch in at receiver along with Samuel on that far side. They'll put Olden over there for a trip set on the right. Wells, the lone receiver, to the left. Edmonson County showing blitz on the end. Jaggers calls the play. Edmonson does bring pressure. Jaggers goes down the middle. It's going to be overthrown and almost intercepted at the 2-yard line, in and out of the hands of the Edmonson County defender, but the turnover on downs will give it to Edmonson County. And the Wildcats will come out and take over 1st and 10 with 7 minutes and some change left here in the third quarter with a running clock. Caldwell County leading this one 37-6. Taking a look at an area score brought to you by Brad Harrelson with Encompass Wealth Management. Call Brad for all of your financial and retirement planning needs. In the second quarter, it's Paducah-Tillman all over Hart County, 29-7. Grayson County leads Graves County 33-14, and Murray leads Todd County 14-6. The Graves County, Todd County scores are both halftime scores. Another big one in at halftime. Franklin Simpson all over Callaway County, 41-0. Smith gets some pressure, avoids pressure, gets out of the backfield. Now he turns it up the field and goes down to one knee at the 40-yard line. Good pursuit by Caldwell County. And that was number 20 for the Tigers.
Carice White on the tackle.
Carice White, a senior for the Tigers. Also in the ball game is number 30, Max Ashley. He's seen some minutes this season. Playing deep for Caldwell County is number 24, Max Kramer. Edmonson County takes a snap. It's going to be Smith rolling to his left, looks up the field, throws, and well overthrown out of bounds. Incomplete. 3rd down and 5 coming up for the Wildcats. So Edmonson County faces 3rd and 5 from their own 41-yard line. This one's going to be over early as the running clock got going in the second quarter tonight. We're down to just over 5 minutes to go in the third. Substitutes galore for Caldwell County. Into the ball game also number 45, Cameron Baker. Cameron made a nice play earlier in the ball game. We talked about him. Smith Hands off up the middle, and it's going to be number 28 for Caldwell County with a big tackle right up the middle. Number 28 is Seth Slayton. So 4th and 5 for Edmonson County. The gain gets it out to the 44-yard line of the Wildcats. Caldwell County emptying the bench tonight in this one. A few players like Hollowell already with the pads off, just the jersey on. Edmonson's going to go for it on 4th down and 3. Caldwell doesn't show blitz. Handoff up the middle. He gets hit, ball loose, and it's going to be recovered by Caldwell County. Returned back up to the 43-yard line. That's number 28. We just mentioned Seth Slayton comes up with the fumble recovery and returns it up to the Edmonson County 43-yard line. So Caldwell County takes over on the turnover. Good job by Slayton. Picked that one up and actually picked up about 5 yards on the play. So Caldwell County takes over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line. It's going to be a handoff to Logan Smiley. Smiley finds some room on the right side. He gets up near the 40 before he's brought down. And at quarterback on that play to start this drive, Jack Stevens, a 5'7", 125-pound quarterback, and he's in the freshman class for Caldwell County.
All going to be marked, Dennis, about the 38.
Yeah, they'll give Smiley to the 38-yard line. Nice run by Logan. Stevens in the backfield with a trip set to his right. Takes a handoff. Quick throw is going to hit the ground and be incomplete. He was looking for Trip Branch. Branch, a sophomore for the Tigers. And another name that we'll be calling a lot coming up in December and January, Bob, as we'll get ready for basketball season to get underway here the last part of this month. Not far away for the Tigers and Lady Tigers. Stevens takes a snap, busted play, and Jack's going to go down for a sack all the way back near the 46-yard line. We'll see where they'll spot this one. I think they'll call him in the grasp at about the 45.
And that play was never meant to go because Jack looked one way, everybody else was going the other way, and had nothing to do but try to see if he could get out of danger, which he could not.
Yeah, Jack was going to hand that off. Everybody else in pass routes. So the punt by Branch is going to be a nice one. Caldwell County is going to let this one roll. It's going to be inside the 10, down near the 5-yard line. So a good job by Trip Branch. And, Bob, you talk about an area where players have really improved this season. That's one of the areas. Branch may not have those high booming kicks, but just about everyone he puts in play takes a forward roll and has netted Caldwell County some pretty good yardage most of the season.
I like a 25-yard punt in the air and 15-yard roll on the ground, Dennis. You can't return them when they're that short, and the roll always gets you further, pins the defense or the offense further back in their own territory. It's at the 5-yard line.
They're going to spot this one right at the 5-yard line, so a good job by Branch, good coverage by the Tigers to get downfield and down that one. And it's going to be Edmonson County as we are under 1 minute to go here in the third quarter. They'll take the handoff up the right side. He's got some room, gets out over the 10-yard line. Nice run to start this one on 1st down for the Wildcats. Hollis with the carry all the way out to the 12-yard line. So a pickup of 7 on the play. 2nd down and 3 for the Wildcats. Half a minute to go here in the, did they whistle for the clock to stop?
The clock is stopped.
Clock is stopped at 28 seconds. And now they wind the clock. I'm not sure what that was, Bob.
No, I'm not sure either.
Edmonson County with the handoff. They'll pick up the 1st down up the middle and then some. Brought down finally across the 25-yard line. But a run by James Hollis gives Edmonson County some breathing room, and he'll bring it all the way out to the 28-yard line. And with that play, we'll see the end of the third quarter. So after 3 quarters of play, it's Caldwell County 37, Edmonson County 6. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is Tiger Football on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
WPKY and WPKYonline.com. Tiger Sports coverage is brought to you in part by Treasures Remembered, You Ride, Wallace Towing, ABC Finance, and by Planters Bank. On 1580, 103.3 WPKY, the voice of the Caldwell County Tigers.
And we are back to Tiger Stadium. Caldwell County will go into the fourth quarter looking to advance in this one fairly easily. It's been all Caldwell County tonight. They lead this one 37-6. Caldwell County jumped out early and often on Edmonson County. At one time led this one 37-0. Edmonson County able to break up the shutout with about 22 seconds left in the first half. They did hook up on a couple of nice pass plays to end that first half, Bob. Got them down to the 1. Then Smith was able to go in from there for the score. 2-point conversion failed. And that's where we stand right now. No score in the third quarter. And they'll hit the clock here to start the fourth. Running clock the rest of the way here at Tiger Stadium. As Caldwell County will advance next week, looking to play the way it looked earlier, LaRue County. 2 receivers each way for Edmonson. Smith takes it, looks to the far sideline. It's going to be in and out of the hands of his receiver at the 42, incomplete. And Bob, I think we can spend this whole quarter looking at numbers because there are a lot of clean jerseys and fresh numbers out here for the Tigers here in the fourth. One of those is Jordan Hardy, a 5'8" senior for Caldwell County, in on the line for the Tigers. Edmonson County down 31, still goes to the huddle.
2nd and 10 for the Wildcats.
So they'll go double receivers each side. Handoff is going to come left side. He's up across the 30, 35, and finally brought down out near the 38-yard line. Getting up at the bottom of that pile, looks like number 20, Kyrese White. Kyrese making the most of his playing time tonight. That's 2 or 3 times we've mentioned his name in on plays since he came into the ball game.
Another first down for Edmonson County.
Also, Colin Walls into the ball game for Caldwell County. He's number 40. Half-price sandwiches at the concession stand. So come on out, get in for free probably at this time. Get you a sandwich for half price. It's Smith. He finds a receiver down the field. It's complete at the 25. Finally brought out of bounds at the about the 10-yard line, maybe the 12. But Smith rolled right, found a receiver for the second time tonight. That happened early in the ball game, Bob. Again, Edmonson County able to get behind that Caldwell County defense all the way down, pushed out of bounds at the 15-yard line. But a 1st and 10 Wildcats with 9:38 left to go in the ball game.
47-yard pass play from the Tiger 38 to, or from the Edmonson 38 to the Tiger 15-yard line.
A couple of stop-and-go plays twice tonight for Edmonson County. Has got their receiver behind that Caldwell County defense, and Smith has been on target with it. Edmonson now is going to call a timeout, and they'll stop the running clock. 9:17 left to go here in the ball game. John, we'll keep this one right here if you want. We hope everybody will tune in tomorrow morning. Bob, I'll let you take a minute to tell us about Saturday morning quarterback. We haven't mentioned that tonight.
Well, we'll be on the air just a little bit after 9 o'clock in the morning with at least Coach Barnes and generally 1 or 2 other people from his staff, and we'll just break down the game and review the highlights and in just normally about 45 minutes, and we'll be on about our Saturday.
Be a lot of names to mention tomorrow, as Caldwell County had this one in hand early tonight. Running clock going on about midways, would you say, Bob, of the second quarter? As Caldwell County, I think, what did we put up in the first quarter? Was it 28?
We put up 21 points.
21 points in the first quarter. So Edmonson County comes out of the timeout. They'll have it 1st and 10 from the Tiger 15-yard line. Smith is going to send 2 receivers to his left. He's got a back in the backfield with him. Flanker set up on the right side. He's going to put him in motion. It's going to be a flea flicker, and it's Smith into the end zone as the receiver. It's incomplete. You almost had a feeling something was coming up for Edmonson County because they took that timeout and came out of that timeout very late. That was Isaiah Johnson with his first incompletion of the year. He had thrown a 55-yard touchdown pass earlier in the season, hooked up on a halfback option earlier in this ball game. That one incomplete, trying to hook up with his quarterback in the end zone. So with the incompletion, 2nd and 10 now for Edmonson County. Trip set to the left, single receiver to the right. And it's going to be Smith keeping this one up the middle. He's got some yardage, finds a hole, and gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Edmonson County. 15-yard run by John Smith. So Edmonson County tacks on a touchdown here in the fourth quarter, trying to make this score look a little bit more respectable, albeit against reserves for Caldwell County. But, Bob, that's a play there, 15 yards, and he was barely touched. Started that one out in the middle, found the sideline, and able to take it into the corner of the end zone. 8:24 to go in the ball game. Edmonson pulls within 25, and they'll go for 2. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Smith drops back, rolls to his right, looks to the end zone. He's got some pressure, wants to run it now, throws to the back of the end zone, jump ball, and it's tipped to a teammate, complete. So the 2-point conversion successful. I'm not sure the coaches drew it up on the chalkboard like that, but Smith went to the sideline, decided not to run it, threw it to the back of the end zone where he had 2 Wildcat teammates at the back of the end zone. The front one tipped it up, missed the ball, but the one in the back, Johnny on the spot, able to pull it in, and the 2-point conversion is good.
And that's going to bring back my conversation tomorrow on this play over here on the sideline, the wacky official call when Jameer goes up and knocks that ball back into the playing field, where that was a inadvertent whistle, because the same thing just happened then, a tip, and somebody else catches it inbounds, and it's ruled down, real good.
Yeah, I think earlier that had to be an inadvertent whistle. But that was, you think just about the time you've seen everything, something new comes your way, and that happened earlier tonight as Jameer Riley did go up and intercepted a ball technically. He was in the air out of bounds.
And that was over here on our sideline, Dennis, so we can get a really good version from the Tiger coaching staff as to what happened.
Onside kick is missed by Caldwell County. Looks like it may have been recovered. We'll see what the direction is, and it does go to Edmonson County as they recover the onside kick. I'm not sure what happened there. Caldwell's player on that side ran past the ball. I'm not sure if he was thinking it was going to bounce up to him, but Edmonson County, with about just under 8 minutes to go in the ball game, scores to make it 37-14, and they come up with the onside kick recovery, and they'll take over at the Tiger 46-yard line. And I'm sure probably very frustrating for Coach Barnes having some of these reserves in, but still not making some of the easier plays. You had to expect Edmonson to do that, and I'm sure Caldwell County had the players in, even the reserves, if they wanted on that front line, but Edmonson able to take advantage. It's going to be Smith. He's pressured, gets out of the pocket, gets to the sideline, goes out of bounds, and it'll be spotted near the 35-yard line. Kyrese White again on the play for Caldwell County. Pushes Smith out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Bob, no danger whatsoever of Edmonson getting close enough for the starters to come back in, but still you want to see these guys in these backup positions make some of these plays.
Especially when they have the plays in front of them, too, Dennis. I mean, just grab him and tackle. And
Smith back to pass. It's complete on the far sideline at the 35-yard line. Tackled finally up near the 23-yard line, maybe the 24. So it's going to be another first down for Edmonson County as we near 6 minutes to go here in this ball game. And it looks like, Bob, they are going to spot that. They got it all the way down to the 23-yard line. So a 1st and 10 for Edmonson County from the Tiger 23-yard line. Caldwell still leading this one 37-14. Smith in the backfield with a trip set to his left. Smith looks to the end zone. He's got a receiver and knocked down at the last second. Incomplete.
Great defensive play over there if we could get his number.
Number 21, Baron Wells on the coverage. And a score from Elizabethtown, Bob. First report we've got from Elizabethtown. They are all over Trigg County. 54-13. Fourth quarter is a running clock. So it looks like Elizabethtown and Paducah Tillman will meet in that second round match next week at Elizabethtown. Smith takes it. Handoff is almost given to a Caldwell County player because as soon as he handed it off, the Tigers were right there on that one. That's number 67, Aaron Hensley. Freshman got back there quick for the Tigers.
You're right. He just about got the handoff.
Loss goes all the way back
to the
27-yard line. 3rd down and 15 for Edmonson County with 4:40 to go in the ball game. Bob, maybe in the post game we'll take some predictions on Elizabethtown, Paducah Tillman. Smith looks down the field, rolls to his right. He's got a receiver in the end zone. Touchdown, Edmonson County. It's Smith to Johnson on the play. So Edmonson County making this one look really respectable here late. 37-20 with 4:22 to go in the ball game.
And that was their good back, Isaiah
Johnson, yeah. Smith scrambling for some time in that backfield, rolled to the right, got almost to the sideline, and darted it back to the middle of the end zone. Now they'll go for a 2-point conversion. Caldwell County giving chase. Smith scrambles to the right sideline, throws incomplete, too low for his receiver. So Caldwell County, with 4:22 to go in the ball game, keeps their lead back at 17, 37-20. We'll take a 30-second timeout right here and be right back. You're listening to Tiger Football on 1580, 103.3 WPKY and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
2019, the most sophisticated luxury truck on the road today. In 2019, they've released the AT4, the ultimate off-road vehicle for off-road enthusiasts and hunters alike. The AT4 comes with a factory-installed 2-inch lift and off-road wheels and tires. In the front of the pack is where the Denali with the 6.2-liter engine, followed by the SLP and SLE trim levels. More refined styling and badging has added a bold appearance to the most sought-after vehicle in the truck market. Tri-Q Incorporated, Highway 91.
Back to Tiger Stadium. This is Tiger Football on WPKY Princeton. 4:22 left to go here in the ball game. 37-20 now. Caldwell County leads this one over Edmonson County.
And we better be aware of the onside kick again, Dennis. You know it's coming.
And it is a short pooch kick down at the 41-yard line. Nice catch on the far sideline. May have been Wells on that one. We'll check and see. No, was that Van Hoosier? Tate Van Hoosier with the nice hands. He's going to down that one, give Caldwell County good field position at their own 41-yard line. And we'll see who comes out at quarterback for the Tigers.
Clock still running with 3 minutes, 42 seconds to play here. And the play clock not even running yet.
I'm not sure where Caldwell County does not have anybody at quarterback yet.
Logan McGowan's
coming into the backfield. I don't see a quarterback on the field.
Who's 20?
33? Is it 33? Gabe Dyer mishandles the snap, falls on the ball. It's going to be a loss back to the 33-yard line. It is Gabe Dyer, 6 foot, 143-pound freshman, number 33.
Ball at the 30, Tiger 33.
Yeah. So loss on the mishandled snap gives the Tigers second down and long now on this drive. Under 3 minutes to go here in the ballgame. Caldwell County has this one in hand still at 37-20. Dyer's going to stay in the backfield with McGowan. Gabe calls for the snap, hands it off to Logan. Logan finds a hole up the middle, but closes up very quickly as he looked like horse collared. I didn't see a flag come across on the play, but he'll be down at the 35-yard line. We'll give him the 36 on the play. 3rd and 15 for the Tigers as we tick down near 2 minutes left to go in the ball game. Good game going on at Murray. Murray leads Todd County 14-8. That one midway through the third quarter. Area scores brought to you by Brad Harrelson of Encompass Wealth Management. Dyer's going to have two backs in the backfield, double set to the right, one to the left. He'll hand it off to the far back. That's Smiley, gets across the 35, turns it up, lowers his head, gets up to the 40, and they'll give him forward progress to about the 42-yard line. Good run by Logan Smiley. Still going to be 4th down and long for the Tigers.
Roughly 4th and 9 for the Tigers coming up here.
And a little hope on the side, I think, of Edmonson County as they call a timeout with 1:32 left to go in the ballgame. So we'll check for some scores here real quick while time is out on the field. Murray now back in front 21-8 as they're starting to break that game open against Todd County. Stay tuned for the Trilogy Performance Sports post-game show coming your way right after this ball game. We'll take a look at all the game stats, look ahead to next week. Looks like a matchup in the area between Caldwell County and LaRue County taking shape here at Tiger Stadium. And then in Elizabethtown, it's going to be a good ball game, Bob, as Paducah Tillman way ahead in their ball game against Hart County. And it was Elizabethtown all over Trigg County. So it looks like a matchup of the Blue Tornado and Elizabethtown next week in Elizabethtown. So that one will be very interesting, and you know who we're cheering for on that one.
Absolutely.
Snap goes back to Branch. Branch with the kick. Bounces at the 35. And the roll, like you said, is going to go all the way down inside the 15, down to the 14-yard line. So the kick gets a 21-yard roll after it hits. And Edmonson County will take over at their own 14, 1st and 10, with just over a minute to go in this ball game. Clock still running.
44-yard punt that time by Tripp.
And almost half of it on the roll. 37-20, Caldwell County score, not really indicative of how this game's gone. Edmonson County able to put some points up here in the second half. In fact, they've scored the last 20 of the ball game. Smith drops back to his 5-yard line. He's going to scramble out to the right, looks down the field. Now he's going to keep it himself and take off up the field. He'll go out of bounds across the 20.
Clock still continues to run, though. Ball
has been since about midway of the second quarter.
Ball at the 20.
We'll give him up to the 22-yard line. Edmonson County could be the last play of the ball game. Smith rolls, and it's going to be incomplete. He looked for a receiver on the sideline up around the 35-yard line. 7 seconds on the clock, and I think that's going to do it as the players start coming out on the field. So Caldwell County takes care of business in the first round as they defeat Edmonson County 37-20, and they'll face, looks like, LaRue County next week here at Tiger Stadium. Stay tuned for the Trilogy Performance Sports postgame show coming your way. We'll have all the game stats. We'll try to update the scores for you, see what it looks like around the area for next week, and take a look at that. Also tell you about Saturday morning quarterback coming your way tomorrow morning. All that coming your way on the Trilogy Performance Sports postgame show. So stay tuned for that coming up in just a few minutes. You're listening to Tiger Football on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
Vacation, to see family, to a great spot to shop, but traveling to get your health care? Not so much. Caldwell Medical Center provides top-quality surgical services right here at home. Our surgeon, Dr. Sue Petty, and her skilled team provide outpatient, laparoscopic, and general surgery services to you in your own community so that you can be with your friends and family during your treatment and recovery. To learn more, you can contact Caldwell Medical Associates at 270-365-0332. That's 270-365-0332.
Hello, this is Gloria Smith with the law office of Jeff Russo. Are you buying or selling real estate? Are you planning on refinancing your existing home loan? If so, you should be aware that you have your choice in which attorney provides the legal services associated with such transactions. Our law office has over 50 years of experience in real estate law. We pride ourselves on being cost-effective and having a quick turnaround time. If you're in need of such services, call us today at 365-2763 or find us on the web at www.jeffrussolaw.com. We are located in downtown Princeton on the east side of the courthouse.
This is an advertisement.
At Morgan's Funeral Home, we're family-owned and managed by people who care more about you.
What separates life from the rest is how much our people care.
During your most difficult hours, you deserve the most understanding and caring service available. That is what you get at Morgan's Funeral Home. That's what separates us from the rest. Morgan's Funeral Home, serving families for over 100 years.
Here's a reminder from your Princeton Electric Plant Board. Meter tampering is dangerous. Tampering with an electric meter is not only dangerous, it is dishonest and against the law. Stealing electricity by tampering with an electric meter may result in your arrest and can even risk your life. Tampering with meters results in increased utility bills that everyone has to pay. If you see anyone tampering with an electric meter, call the Princeton Electric Plant Board right away at 270-365-2031. Princeton Electric Plant Board, Princeton's #1 energy source.
Fall is here, and let the entertaining begin. Hi, this is Pam Haverlock at Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique. With family gatherings about to begin, we are offering for the month of October, buy a sofa and get the love seat or accent chair half off. Special orders are included. Wow, that's an exciting deal right there. Come to Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique and take advantage of this awesome deal. Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique, 102 Northfield Drive in Princeton, right next to the bowling alley. Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique is everything a home should be.
This is George Kilgore, and I'm asking for your vote for magistrate in District 4. I was raised on a dairy farm here in Caldwell County. I have a background in agriculture and was taught from an early age that hard work and long hours is what it took to get the job accomplished. I have always worked hard to support my family and also my community. I have used this way of thinking to serve as magistrate before and am willing to put in the same time and effort to accomplish the challenges facing Caldwell County in the upcoming years. I have been attending various county meetings over the past several months and will continue to do so to have the current knowledge of activities and information to share with you. I have proven I can do this job in the past, and I am prepared and ready to serve this county again. I'm asking for your vote to allow me, George Kilgore, to serve again as your magistrate in District 4.
Paid for by George Kilgore for magistrate.
Have you been a victim of debit or credit card fraud? Farmers Bank and Trust can help